Eaton's new Endurant transmission, and its Packard Twin, are the North American trucking industry's first purpose-built purely automated transmissions.
There are no, and will never be, manual versions of these transmissions, which were built from a clean sheet designed to operate as automated transmissions. The result is a lighter weight design, 200 pounds lighter compared to the Ultra Shift Plus, which also delivers faster, more precise shifting as well as serviceability benefits.
One key departure from traditional AMTs is that the Endurant features linear shift rails, eliminating the traditional sideways shift pattern that was required on manual transmissions to make them driver-friendly.
You would have to have 3 arms to try to shift this manually, Erdman explained.
Linear shift rails allow us to optimize the design for speed and reliability.
You don't have any wasted motion sideways.
His comments were made during a press ride and drive near Battle Creek, Michigan, this week.
I drove a 2018 Peterbilt 579 with Cummins X15 engine rated at 450 horsepower and the Eaton Endurant automated transmission.
We were loaded to about 70,000 pounds GVW and drove a route consisting of a mix of freeway and secondary highways.
The transmission was designed for line haul applications and to operate efficiently on both types of roads.
On the interstate, we cruised along in 12th gear at about 1,100 revolutions per minute, and on the secondary roads, the transmission dropped to 11th gear so it would enjoy the fuel economy benefits of direct drive while at slower road speeds.
Eaton calls this shift schedule algorithm gear logic.
Eaton's new Endurant has been calibrated to provide optimum shifting when mated to the Cummins X15 engine and is available on Kenworth and Peterbilt trucks spec'd for line haul applications.
Those trucks powered by the Packard MX engines will receive the Packard branded version of this transmission, which is identical from a hardware perspective, aside from the badging, but contains different shift calibrations based on the operating parameters of that engine.
The only important difference is the shift calibrations for the Packard transmission are optimized for the Packard engine and the Endurant for the Cummins engine.
Beyond that, if you look at the two side by side, the Packard transmission has some branding on it, but there are no functional changes inside the gearbox, Erdman explained.
Both transmissions can be ordered with economy or standard configurations, with standard offering some more performance-minded shift scheduling.
The biggest improvement over previous Eaton AMTs is the faster and smoother shifting, enabled in part by a new 430mm, cushioned, self-adjust organic clutch.
The clutch itself is a big contributor to the low-speed maneuverability you get, Erdman explained.
Those smooth launches and great control you get when starting to move.
It also uses a diaphragm spring, which should contribute to greater reliability.
The clutch actuation method has also been improved. Looking at the transmission confirms there is, in fact, a noticeable difference from a traditional AMT.
The Endurant has a sleek, compact design with wiring and sensors housed internally and very little in the way of extraneous parts bolted on.
It's very streamlined and very weight efficient, said Scott Davis, who heads up the Eaton Cummins Automated Transmission Technologies joint venture that is rolling out the new product.
If you took a manual and automated it, you are adding stuff to it as opposed to designing around it.
This is the first product rolled out under the Eaton Cummins joint venture that was announced a few weeks ago, but the Endurant was in the works for 3.5 years.
Eaton worked closely with both Cummins and Packer through that period to integrate the products.
Davis feels the Endurant will quickly displace other Eaton transmissions currently being spec'd in line haul applications. In line haul, I think that the Endurant will quickly phase out previous products.
It's that much better, he said.
Fortunately, with its 110,000 pounds GVW limit and ability to handle up to 1,850 pounds-foot.
Of torque, it will also be a viable option for Canadian fleets grossing more than the standard US.
Weight of 80,000 pounds. Jordan Rock, systems engineer, who was along with me for the drive, said that was a key design consideration.
In addition to improved drivability that will be appreciated by drivers, service managers will also find things to like on the new Endurant.
The clutch actuator is now housed where it can be accessed without pulling the transmission. This can be repaired in a matter of hours, versus a full day or longer when you have to remove the transmission to get to a concentric style actuator that's packaged around the input shaft, said Erdman. The oil drain intervals have been stretched out to 750,000 miles, compared to the 500,000-mile intervals on the Ultra Shift Plus products.
It also uses half the lubricant, thanks to a precision lube system that directs lubricant exactly where it's needed. The Endurant also comes loaded with prognostics, which will notify a fleet when a failure could occur. That communication is conducted through whichever telematics system the fleet is currently using.
There's also a fluid pressure sensor that notifies the driver when the fluid is reaching a critical low point and a side glass so maintenance managers can see how much lubrication remains.
While the new Endurant may be the first purpose-built purely automated transmission, Eaton officials said they are confident future transmission innovations will be based around automation.